one of, and I say this with all sincerity, you're one of my favorite people to talk to because the way you approach the world in your mind, I kind of want like teachers to go be like this guy, but I recognize that everybody is who they have to be. But do you think a writer can be taught to be as odd as you are about the way you approach the world?
You know, I think there are two types of writers in at least North America. One is the writer who comes up through academia and maybe can just write like crazy and knows everything about writing, but they have very little access to story. Typically, they only have their own story. They've got a memoir, or they've got one great book, and that's it. And then the other type of writer that I tend to move toward are writers who come up through journalism. And they write very simply. They're not really showboat writers, but they tend to have a really great ear for stories. And they recognize a fantastic story the moment they hear it, and then they file it away, and they find a way to turn that story into a larger story. So they're really great listeners, and they're very sort of simple, plain-spoken writers. And I really do prefer the journalistic writers. And that's what I am. My degree is in journalism.
Right. And so you think that's where you can develop a different way, as opposed to the academic way? Is it about development? Like studying journalism teaches you to develop differently?
And it's not just studying, it's studying journalism as a way of kind of studying listening and also developing a discipline so that you spell correctly. You can meet deadlines.
But discipline is the most important part of this in a way, isn't it?
And tenacity to constantly come back to this task that can be so unpleasant and so unrewarding most of the time.